Hello and welcome back to my channel, and I can say welcome back now because this is video number 2. My name's Jackie, I'm an aspiring fiction author and I'm attempting NaNoWriMo for the first time this year. So in today's video I was going to see if I could find a book idea. Now I haven't written a lot of books, I just finished the draft of my first attempt at fiction a couple of days ago. So I don't have a lot of experience in picking good book ideas. However, I do have a lot of really vivid dreams. So I have this notebook that is on my bedside table, which has pages and pages of random ideas that I've dreamt in it. So what I want to do is go through these and see if any of them have the potential to become a real book. I also have a whole lot of notes on my phone, because my phone's generally where I write if I don't have this with me, like if I'm on holiday or something. So I'll be going through those as well. So hopefully there's something in there that's book worthy. So you can see what I'm dealing with. This is one of the pages from my notebook, and I don't know how much you can read, but yeah, the writing is not very legible on a lot of things. Like, I have no idea what that is. So it'd be interesting to see how much I actually get from these pages. And this is what I'm doing with them. So I've created a spreadsheet, and you can see at the bottom of the screen I've done a tab for each of the ideas. So the idea is in future it'll be much easier for me to find everything rather than having to go through all of these scribbles again. Okay, so I've been through all of the ideas, and in my spreadsheet I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 18 tabs. That feels like too many. Maybe I didn't count that right, but the good news is that there are a bunch of ideas I can look at. I didn't put everything there simply because some of the things I've written down either weren't detailed enough, like, see if I can find an example. Okay, so here, for example, I've got 2 orphans taken in by wealthy family in wartime Europe. Boy is made to sleep outside in the gardens, girl visits him at night. Like, there's not really anything there, or at least not enough for me to start planning a book. And then there were other things that were just really weird. So this one, for instance, man is a hermit, minding an old well and keeping butterflies. One day, a young 18-ish boy, 18? That could be 8, I'm not sure. So a young boy finds him and lures him out. The hermit chases after him down scaffolding in a barn, and the boy hits him with an axe, severing his arm. The man manages to get the axe from the boy, and when he catches up, he gets both of the boy's arms. The boy runs home, and the man sees that he belongs to a girl that the hermit knew in the past. In brackets, I've got past lover / obsession / rape victim. The hermit then decides to hide in a cupboard in their barn. She comes for him at night. She says the boy is hers, but the family pretends she is his older sister. She has a fiance now and can't have this hermit guy getting in the way. And she pulls open the door to the cupboard and he screams, and that is when I woke up. So I don't know what that says about my subconscious, but I think that's just a little bit too bizarre to turn into anything coherent. When it comes to what I could work on, I've got a couple that might have potential. So one of them's about an Umbrella Academy style family, so something where all of the kids have powers except one, and she is basically sent out into the world by her family with the ultimatum, don't bother coming back until you have powers. I really like that ultimatum, and I can remember quite clearly the scenes that lead to her being forced out of the house. So I feel like I've got a beginning there, and that's something that could potentially be fleshed out over the coming weeks. There's another one which I don't have any actual scenes, but I've got the concept there. So it's about a fairy tale, Heaven and Hell, where storybook where storybook characters go to heaven and hell when they die, and there are varying levels. So there are varying levels of hell. Heroes who, are a little bit naughty, they're close and they don't need to do too much to earn enough brownie points to cross over. But villains need to do a lot of work because they're like, heaven's up here and there are all these levels and the villains are down here. So that's like the world, and there's there's a plot for the villains to try and take over heaven, so that could be something fun to play with. Then I had a bunch of different ideas about engineered superhumans. I think I've got 3 separate ones here. There's one where the engineered superhuman needs to eat a lot of meat to maintain their self, so like their skills, sanity, and humanity. If she goes too long, she starts wanting to eat the people around her. So there could be something cool in there about whether the key to remaining human is to eat humans. Though that is a little bit similar to what's explored in This Mortal Coil by Emily Savada. So what I really want to do is find this note on my phone and then go to Goodreads and see when I read This Mortal Coil to see if I had this idea before or after I read it, because it would be hilarious if I thought of this before reading that book. What else? Another superhuman one where the person escaped from the lab and is going around being a vigilante and is being pursued by people from the lab who want to get her back. And this dream was pretty recent actually, so I remember the scene that I woke up on, which prompted me to write this down, which is she was running through a car park to escape and rounded a corner, and she saw like a ledge on a nearby roof where she wanted to hide, and when she jumped, like she somehow left her body behind, so the body's left on the road and the lab people come and get it, and her consciousness needs to decide, well, do I go back to my body or do I stay bodiless? Nothing is very fleshed out, it's all dream ramblings, but I think there are a few interesting things here to work with, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they develop over the coming weeks as I continue Preptober. So if you like this video, if you like this ramble, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a few days as I attempt to map one of these out using the method covered in Take Your Pants Off. So until then, bye.